Thanks for the tip-off. Thanks for the tip-off. Got people clear before trouble.
Guess we impressed them. Or whoever sent the messages. But was it a game? A test?
No one knows who makes the candle hops in Minrathous. The closest I got to a lead ended in a burnt-out building. Unless the closest I got is now.
This city bleeds forces no one understands. And we played hide-and-seek with one.
How well do you know Mayvaris?
By reputation. She's been a prominent politician for a long time. And a hero to boot. We don't work together much. But from what I've seen, she's earned the good name.
We probably shouldn't keep Doreen waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lemnos' associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lemnos' plan.
Bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping. Half eaten still. Mostly gone. Warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? Look, this all sounds like trouble.
What are you poking about in there
Dorian will
for?
want to know.
Enjoy.
Hey, I didn't see you rifling through customers' belongings, did I?
This customer might be associated with Venatori. Be careful.
If he's Venatori, he's not like any I've encountered. He comes in when we open, orders one drink, and sits in the corner all day. Then he leaves when we close.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Cuffs. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
We're not alone.
Serve your master. The gods feed me. We demand blood.
Nice work!
That's one for us.
Say the word! Ready when you are.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out! I bet this dark spawn was what tore through the gates.
Well done! Yeah, good one, Rook! Trouble ahead.
Can't get along.
Take them down!
More blights in the way. That did it. We can get through now.
Think there's enough of them?
I'll make this quick. Still in one piece.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I'd mention that.
We need to find the other boil. Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this thing? Venatori, for me! You think you've won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? Or the risen death?
I won't give up the city to them, or to you.
The Shadow Dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city!
At least we're not trying to blight it.
Live, you fool!
Say they were! That you remain standing is an affront to 𝚲𝚊𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘
That's one less corrupt Templarium in Rathus.
Can't say he'll be missed.
We're in.
Let's look around, see what we find.
In Treviso, we have a tale of a masked man who lived in the bowels of the city.
Sitting in the sewer and consumed with lust for a noble woman he couldn't have.
You know the story.
We have the same one in Minrathous.
God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
So that's the plan. A ritual performed under an eclipse to strengthen its power.
Lenos' documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do to 𝙲𝚘𝚘𝚘. All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
We need to tell the Shadow Dragons what we found.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as 𝚲𝚘𝚘𝚘 as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means?
This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You? On the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
You're talking politics when the gods are still a problem.
Do you not think attacking the cult support in Minrathous weakens the gods? Every attack must be followed by another. Any advantage must be exploited from all angles.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎𝚎? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No. We have to do this in the open. Show the people of 𝚲𝚘𝚘𝚘 that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And 𝚲𝚘𝚘𝚘 has been ruled by the Altus mages for all of its history. That must change. The 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎, non-mages deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what 𝚲𝚘𝚘𝚘 needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Mayvaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the south. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
You want me to choose who will be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Grand news about Lemnos. One less crooked Templar in town.
Lemnos got what he deserved.
Makes you smile, doesn't it? Drinks for everyone.
Lemnos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lemnos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down. And delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Mayvaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lemnos.
Any course of action is better than sitting around, if you ask me.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Mayvaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Mayvaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen, depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leads will have the Shadow Dragon's support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Mayvaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
So, what do you think?
Lemnos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Mayvaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You know me. I'm trouble. But more than that, it's your city. Your Tevinter. And I care about what you think.
Sweet talker. Mayvaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Mayvaris. She'll inspire people, show them that the Magisterium can be better than it is. Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs. What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Mayvaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
Mayvaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course, for when enemies get in our way.
They will. It is Tevinter, after all.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. This city has strength enough to stand against any so-called gods. We will win the day, and after that, we will win a brighter Tevinter for all of us. We won a victory against the Venatori. A good step, but it's not over.
Right. The risen gods are still out there.
We'll be vigilant.
Curiosity. Where is it?
I'm afraid Manfred's gone.
Bring it. Back. Spite, leave it. I want...
No. Thank you, Lucanus. It's all right. Spirits are often confused by death, especially amongst their own.
It should be here.
Yes, I know.
𝙲𝚘𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚝.
He wears the crown well.
Our congratulations again, Professor, on your successful metamorphosis.
I'd never have succeeded without you, my friends.
Do you wish for the return of your knife?
Yes. It belonged to my father, and... yes.
It will be done.
Will we see you as often, Professor? Considering Lichdam's demands.
For a while, certainly. I'm still being welcomed by my new colleagues. Things seem to take time in their circles.
door over by those vases. Was that here last time?
It was not.
Someone must want our attention.
Can't do this without a wisp. There's that wisp again. Someone's left flowers here.
Yes, Spite? No. No, you and Lucanus most definitely need to keep your skin. It doesn't matter that my own is gone now. His is perfectly healthy.
door over by those vases. Was that here last time?
It was not.
Someone must want our attention.
What do we have here? Someone's left flowers here. There we go. Someone left some games here.
Johanna always tried to convince me to play games like these with her when we were students. Her favorite one had 3 separate rulebooks, just as many rulers, and hundreds of minuscule figurines.
stopped the 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚗. Took down their comic maker. He did your job for you. He's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. Where was Rook when the dragon attacked our city?
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎 from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎 and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
The contact. They aren't a crow. Can we trust them?
It isn't a crow, but they know the city and the 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns, dreadnought arrivals, their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me. Not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
There's really no clue who it is.
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you, when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
What about the human help the Anton was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. Don't damage anything.
Unknown contact. This is a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and 𝚲𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚝 are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
I see we've company.
Okay. 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎𝚎 said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. 𝚘𝚖𝚖𝚎 is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎𝚎 flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said 𝚘𝚖𝚎 was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You expect me to believe the Butcher of 𝚘𝚖𝚎?
I butcher lying cattle. They don't deserve what they have. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
Show us our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the fight. Finish them off. We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving 𝚘𝚖𝚎𝚎. That's what's happening.
By turning himself into a monster.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I wait to... God's not. You deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
Need anything? Over here, we've got a replica of DragonAge elf blade, as described in last night.
Cough's all gone.
Is there anyone from 𝚲𝚊𝚅 to Canary?
Congrats.
All our clothing is resistant to bloodstain.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver, and fighting his own Antam.
I very much doubt that whatever he's become can tell us the God's plan.
We have to hope he's still in there.
And I see the ritual. Catch me, fight me, win this city. So beautiful, but not like Treviso. You saved your...
There's nothing left of him.
I see 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎𝚎 Island! The ritual! 𝚲𝚘𝚖𝚎 Island!
Good work! He's gone. And he named the ritual site. 𝚲𝚘𝚎 Island.
The Butcher kept his word.
If I could have killed him without giving him what he wanted, I would have. At least he gave us what we came for, though.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚗𝚖.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us, Governor?
Oh, please, just say what you're thinking.
You sold Treviso out to the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
Sometimes there's no good choice left, just a bunch of different bad ones. A leader owns the consequences of that choice, no matter what they are. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgar'nan and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 fell in line?
Whatever the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 are looking for, 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
Something always bothered me about 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗.
Many things bothered me about 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗. Yet I did not spot the most important one.
This wasn't a failure. You gave us the name we needed.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The Butcher was the mouth, but the hand was 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 all along. They think they have the power in the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 will be hiding, so we will hound their 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
You're not concerned the gods will send the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚘 keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
When 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it. And that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
We'll stop 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚗.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗 confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgar'nan and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚗.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the Governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
How did no one see 𝚤𝚗𝚖𝚎's betrayal coming?
That tablet, it said something about the devouring storm, right? Yep.
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
It worked.
Rook, good. We have discovered what 𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖𝚎 is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖𝚎.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now 𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖𝚎 will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is 𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖𝚎 planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt 𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖𝚎 is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent 𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖𝚎 from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of 𝚖𝚖𝚎's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think 𝚖𝚖𝚎𝚖 would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now. I heard the...
There's the garrison.
How many crow houses are there, Lucanus?
A few dozen. Only 5, I'd recommend.
You've all such a fierce reputation outside Antiva.
Doing a job is different from doing...
Die for the gods.
Well executed!
How many crow houses are there, Lucanus?
A few dozen. Only 5, I'd recommend.
You've all such a fierce reputation outside Antiva.
Doing a job is different from doing it well. My grandmother knew what that took.